Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last episode, we explored the entirety of the quarry, located slightly to the east here of the pirates' main base, Port Cito. We discovered some usable mines within it, and we let Captain Grimm know what we discovered. We also... we got a quest. Right. We got a quest to go and participate with the pirates on a raid. I've never partaken in a pirate raid before. Obviously, I've not joined the pirates until this particular playthrough. And so we're going to go back to Underrail proper and figure out where on earth we need to go in order to figure out where the pirates are located for their raid. Yep, that's the plan. My goodness, I was about to head on off to JSHQ. No way. Pirates need us to raid some sort of merchant vessel. Actually, I think it's just Eddie that we discover. I'm not quite sure if we're leading the charge or if we're part of it. And instead, Cruiser or Razor will be in charge of the expedition, as it were, or the raid, sorry. And what else is happening with me, viewer? Well, first off, hello! Lostrumman pointed out there was an update to Underrail that has added a few things to it. I myself have not looked at the patch notes yet. At the very least, he's mentioned that they have added a creature bit to Deathstalkers now, which will allow you to mimic the hypoallergenic effect that their stingers produced on you. So if you use a drug while under the effects of it, you will take massive amounts of damage and be dazed for several turns. Yeah, that sounds really useful if you're a poison applicator. Is that right? Poison applicator tip is a thing that you... well, whatever. You guys know what I meant. If you're applying poisons to enemies, it's that sounds really nice. I'm assuming it is indeed a poison of some sort. He also mentioned that there is a psionic headband upgrade now for Plasma Beam. I'm guessing, so there are these, let's go and look for one. There were these upgrades to your headband that you can purchase, which increase the damage that a particular psionic skill does. Helene will probably might be selling one or two. Here's one. So, as you can see, this affects only electrokinesis. And here's one that affects neuro overload. It sounds as if this is probably the type of thing that they've added into the game, so that you can find one now that affects plasma beam. That sounds incredible. That makes it tempting for me to use that instead of, say, the extra psionic slot for our character. Because I keep losing that psionic slot. In fact, we're currently down it at this moment. I guess we should probably re-innervate and put something in there. So... let's look at the time ability. We'll take precog. Or, well... Contraction is a incredibly powerful ability. One of the stronger ones that Time has. We'll take it. We can psionically restore our psi. And then psionically restore our psi. We'll take an inhalant. Alright, there we go. Supposedly they've also now allowed you to throw Molotovs at your feet to get rid of hypothermia. I think it got rid of chilled, but it didn't get rid of hypothermia if you were affected by it. So I like that change. It also means that we can probably set ourselves on fire to get rid of hypothermia. I really like all these abilities. They're like themed for our character. Right? Fire now gets rid of a few more effects, which makes it nicer. We get an upgrade to Plasma Beam, And I've often mentioned that there's no reason to fight Deathstalkers once you have the items from them, because it's tough. It's always tough to fight them, especially if there's more than one, and you don't really get anything for it that you don't get from normal crawlers. So you're hoping for stingers, but crawlers are a better source of those because they're much easier. Now there's a reason to go and kill them. Thank you, Stig. This is amazing. I love the sound of those changes. If there's any other changes the patch made, I'm unfamiliar with them because I haven't read them. I'm a busy viewer, standing up the new computer. It is functioning. It is in the other room. I have Underrail working on it. It's gonna be amazing, and I'm curious how large the recording files are going to be there on that new computer when I record Underrail. I guess we'll talk about that as we sail around on these waterways, looking for where the pirates are going to do their raid. Yep, that's good. Let's say that. So, viewer, my computer, I think for the past maybe 2 Underrail recordings, possibly 3, have been on this computer, which you guys cannot see, but have seen it on my videos where I record myself in my room. And it is 5.5 years old, about to be 6. My goodness. Whew. Gwendolyn has seen a good amount of time under my care. Normally, I build a new computer every 2 years. That has not, 2 or 3 years. That has not been the case this time, obviously. Real life really wanted money spent on other things. Health, in particular, over the past few years. But also house-related things. In any case, you guys don't care about that. And I apologize. In 1 second, I'm going to talk with Ray really quick. I'm just curious if he's selling a better battery. We need a size 1 that's greater than 350. And he's not selling. Is it size 1 or is it size 2? I think we're size 1 on everything on the Blazer except for our suspension, which is size 2. Yes, that is correct. Okay, we're using a Barm Silicon 350. Oh, no, our engine's size 2. Is it only the battery that's size 1? Only the battery is size 1. Okay. Let's double check. Oh, how many batteries did I bring with me? We could use a few batteries if Ray's selling a few. And he is selling a few. Let's see, let's pick up maybe 6 of these. Expensive, but we'll take them. Since we're doing a raid, I'll take another vehicle repair kit along for the ride, quite literally. Goodness gracious. Well, we have the money. We can afford it. 181 bucks spent. Is this damaged? Do I repair it? Our Blazer, how hurt are you? We'll repair it when we get back. Also, I need to open up the gate. Oh, we have to leave on this side. Not enough room. Alright, there we go. Alright, yeah, so I was talking about this computer. So my intention is to begin recording Underrail on the new one, starting in the next episode or the one after that. It should be noticeable for you guys because I'm going to record it at the resolution that my screen is at there on that computer. This one is not quite set correctly, in so much that I have a 34-inch curved monitor that I've had for about 6 years when they were a bit of a novelty. But I don't record this game at that resolution because this computer, while it can handle the recording, it will chug at that high resolution. This computer is using a AMD Ryzen. I think it's a. I want to say it's a 5 or a 6, and it's a 1070. I think is the graphics card on this computer. Not even a TI. The new one is a AMD Ryzen 9, and it's a TI 470 Ti. So it should be able to record at the high resolution without any trouble. And I have another curve monitor for that room. And it's going to be 3440 by 1440p. So it's going to be very pretty. It's going to be a super high resolution. But I'm curious once again as to how large the recording files are going to be. Generally, the higher the resolution, the larger the files are afterwards. If it's like a terabyte, I'm not going to be able to keep recordings of that size. And if compressed down, it's greater than 200 gig, I can't upload it because YouTube won't support that. I have to break the video up into bits, or just give up and record it at a different resolution, which will probably be what we'll do with that in that case. Okay, these are actually named. Here's the Dread Pool. So this is what we're looking to raid, and I think we were going to meet them at Omega Pass. Or it's the Black Strait. Well, in any case, let's sail past here. Actually, does this say what we're doing? A merchant ferry is headed from Core City to Camp Harthor. The Grim Jetters are planning to intercept it in Dreadpool, and your job is to secure the loot, even if it means killing everyone on board. Report to Captain Grimm once the ship's been raided. Oh, hey! The remains of the battle which took place here between the Black Eels and some normal, pirates. Looks like they didn't leave much here. Oh, wow! That's a hexagon engine. And a 10% stability here, too. Viewer, we're gonna take these. Those are great things to find. And then I'm going to keep them here, and we'll sell them back at Ray's. It shouldn't slow us down too much, even though it's an extra 40 pounds. Our food's about to expire, so let's eat something. I did not bring much with me, I see. The new computer is gorgeous as well. It's the first time I decided to spend a little more money on looks. Normally I don't care, because the computer's up against a wall. But this one's going to be displayed to the den that it's in, and it lights up the entire thing, since almost every single component within it glows in some capacity. I had to fiddle around with the color software to make my fans glow different colors. But it looks great! I'm really, really happy with it. This old computer will be given to one of my brothers. I'm thinking one who has nephews, which are 2 of my 3, and yeah, my brother Rob will get this one. I'll have to make sure that it has all the emulators on it for the arcade that I have. Arcade? Is it MAME? I think MAME is the correct term for it. And as well as my old Commodore 64 emulators and all of the discs I have therein. Which reminds me that I would like to begin recording Legacy of the Ancients. I think that might be the second game I record on the new computer. Because why on earth would I not play a Commodore 64 game as one of the first ones on a super high-tech computer? Where the graphics of the Commodore 64 are by far and large not going to make the computer struggle. We just entered combat immediately upon entering this. Oh, it's the pirates! This is us! The parts number is blue in name. And this must be where the boat is located because there's fog of war there. And it's weird, viewer. I installed all of the super large, I don't know a way to describe it other than that. Games which take up a lot of space to install them, which have phenomenal looking, or phenomenal? Is that the proper term? They're pretty. They're prettier than most of the games that I... Well, see, I don't like phrasing it that way, because I like the look of the games I currently play. I think they're fine. But the graphics are more... I don't really want to use the word pretty, because I like... Even a game like The Legacy of the Ancients, back from 1985, I think looks gorgeous. I think it holds up. But I think that might be nostalgia and or my bias speaking, perhaps. But I still like them. Ooh, that's an auto turret. That will slaughter us. Okay, so let's use a plasma beam on it. That's gonna be tricky. We want to stay away from the auto turret, because that thing will shred us to bits. Let's throw fire here. And a plasma grenade. Actually, now we want to kind of move away, because we don't want the turret just killing us outright. It still may be able to hit us. I don't know if it can. We'll move away like this. Oh, did the escort? Oh, the escort healed himself, not the jet ski. Shinier? We'll use shinier as a term to describe the graphics on the games I installed over there. So, I think, yeah, I brought over The Witcher 3 and all of my save files from an age ago. I might try to record it again, but viewer, I don't remember even how that game is played. Beam. We can recursion it. I think we need to use turbo. To give us a little more movement so we can get away from the auto turret. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, we missed the escort, and now we're going to be fired upon by that. So we're in charge of this raid, I'm guessing. Or charged? That might be the wrong term to use here. We're a part of it, but they didn't send very many pirates here, just 2. Oh, God! If the auto turret shoots us, we're doomed. I think it'll shred us to bits. Oh, there's more pirates on the other side. EMP grenades! Right, EMP grenades, okay, good for them. EMP grenades will kill us immediately because we have no defense against EMP grenades, given that we're playing on hard. That we have a lot of chargeable stuff on us, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so we have to kill the captain first, because he has EMP grenades on him. Alright, we'll do that then. Alas, viewer, unlike Valfaris, where when you die, it's pretty much instantly reload and you get to continue immediately. We have to wait some 10 minutes to get back to where we were, thanks to the combat here. Normally, I don't complain about that stuff, but it is a bit frustrating when there's like an instant kill mechanic in the game, and there's not much we can do about it. Then again, we could be sniped by a sniper and instantly killed too. We can't activate shields on our jet ski, and it wouldn't save us from an EMP grenade anyway. Okay, so... It wasn't the captain that had it. It was someone else on that ship. I'm using our pre-med there, so that this way we have the range. I don't have to move up any further, and we'll move away. Oh, looks like whoever was on this is dead. I'm guessing that's one of our pirate friends who was on that scooter. If the auto turret isn't destroyed this round from incursion, it will obviously be destroyed next round. I do want to avoid getting closer to the boat until I know where the person is who has the EMP grenades. Or we eliminate him. And the auto turret's down. I'm also assuming this is indeed the merchant vessel we are supposed to be raiding. Yep. I'm sorry, viewer. It would be fun to watch the fighting happen, but if I get any closer, well, you saw what happened last time. Those guards are the ones who had it. Good. And the auto turret's destroyed. So if I move here... Oh, we lose vision on him. There is a sniper here. Okay, so then let's do this. I got probably both of them. Just in case it was the captain who threw an EMP grenade, or just in case he has one as well. Let's do that. And then move away. Oh, nice. We got both of those guys with that one plasma beam. You suck. Now, that was a max range plasma beam. Can we dock? Not on this side. Let's... Oh, I can't use contraction. Oh, no, we don't have the psi for it. All right, let's do this. Use contraction. And then jet all the way over here. And get on board. Oh, come on, game. Of course, the captain has an EMP grenade, we're still doomed. If he decides to throw it at us. Okay, he does not. Oh, okay, he was the one armed with the Magnum, the .44. Oh, this looks pretty bad. Looks like the pirates have been losing the fight. I'm going to assume as well that because this guy did not yet throw an EMP, that he won't do so. Okay, we were not... we didn't suffer from temporal dilation either. No, no, don't get right close to me. If he decides to throw an EMP grenade, now he... Because there's two of us together, like, that might entice him to do so. Is combat over? No. Who is... Oh, black eels are here. And we're in combat with them. Maybe they will move on and not investigate this fight. Nope, they are. Okay, then. That's a lot of black eels. One of them is bound to have an EMP grenade. That was cool and all, Tim, but none of them are hurt by that. That's good. That'll make two of them run away. Oh no. You think we're dead? Every round we're on combat here. Okay, we're not quite dead at least. Good. Those two did not have an EMP. Coming for you. Oh! I don't like that at all. Viewer, I think we might be hostile with all black eels now, too. Which changes quite a bit of how I navigate around Underrail, on the waterways at least. Okay, I'm not afraid of that weapon at all. That is a silenced pistol. I can't spear this black eel because the lightning jumps to the pirate pinner, and then we end up hostile with the pirates. Plasma beam! Can we do another one of those? We can. Okay, victorious. We will deal with our falling out with the black eels, I suppose. We'll have to. Because I just saved the game, we're just going to have to... crap, my mind and doesn't let me speak the words today I need. We're just going to have to put up with the fact we are now hostile with them. I hope this doesn't mean we're hostile with Southgate Station, but if we are, that gives me the excuse to simply take the train to the end of the game at some point in the future. It's not like there's a whole lot there I need anyway. Other than I lose out on some merchants. Okay. 2 pirates remained. The captain. I want the morphine. The money and the health hypo. A very nice scope pneumatic tornado crossbow. That guard was worth, I suppose, the pennies. Or charons. That was paid for his defense from the captain. Alas, they are no match for plasma beam. None of these guys have an EMP grenade. Oh, no, this guy did. Okay, so he was the one who killed us. Last. Oh, no, they all have plasma EMPs? No, just that one guy. Okay, rest of stuff can stay. Do we loot the... Why are these red? Okay, I'm not going to interact with anything that's red. On the off chance that the pirates want a piece of it and we get in trouble if we loot it. Okay, so that is it. Raid successful. I am curious if we will now be hostile with all black eels. Can't go that way, current's too strong. Normal jet skier. Black eels tend to travel in packs. I wonder if it's possible, lots of wondering today, to reduce the number of black eel patrols to the point where they don't have any out here in the waterways any longer. I do want to purchase some stuff from the drag and drop, but I can do that when we come back out here at a different time. Drag and drop is very expensive. Then again, so was the repair kit we purchased. 180 bucks for one, my goodness. 10 of them is would be more money than it cost us to purchase the jet ski that we're using. Oh! Vladimir let me know that we can dock at that boat, so we should probably do that. We have to talk with one of the members aboard it first. So, let's do so. I assumed this was just here for show, and it was a special quest if you were a member of the Praetorian Security, given how they turn hostile if you were to try to board the vessel. You observe a Praetorian enforcer struggling to operate a small electronic device. He's somewhat frantically trying to make the device work, but all of his efforts are futile, and it's making him more nervous by the minute. From time to time, he lifts up his head while he's coming up with new ideas as to what to do next. The enforcer next to him seems to be completely absent from the matter. Cortec agent here. Need some help? The enforcer is fixated on his current problem of trying to fix the device in his hands. He's lifting it up and down while inspecting every little detail about it. However, whatever he tries to do, it has no effect. Hello! I'm from Cortec. I can fix that device for you. Cortec? The enforcer gives his best effort to finally fix the device, but to no result. He proceeds to lower the device down. Ugh. I don't think I have much choice here. He glances at the nearby enforcer for a short moment. Fine. Whatever. I hope you know what you're doing. Coming over to us from the back of the ship. Alright, I'll hop right on. Oh, there's a small dock area here. Hey, guys, let me look at the device that you have. Here, take this. Let's see what you can do. He hands you over the device and waits in anticipation. Take the device and attempt to fix it. Electronics. You pick up the device and you discover that it is some sort of custom-made radio. It is quite old and has an imprinted name on it. Matrius Ludenhoff. It features a digital display with a touchpad. A segment of its screen has a dedicated field seemingly used for filtering the displayed information by an inserted keyword. The device was handled poorly, though, as it bears visible damage. From the back, exposed electronics could be reached by hand. Your skills on electronic devices are up to the task. Relatively quickly, you manage to discover the root of its problems. After some tinkering, the device's power button lights up. You start up the device, and a few moments later, it boots up. Soon, however, display starts to glitch out a bit, and you realize the device won't last for long. The enforcer nods as if he could follow exactly what you just did to make the device work. Great job. Joy can be heard in his voice. Speak to Mr. Matrasis right over there inside for your earned compensation. Thank you, Enforcer. I will consult the gentleman. Mr. Enforcer, can we talk with you? Shrugs. Alright, well, let's talk with him. Your well-worn shoes meet the elegant boots of a finely dressed man. Before addressing him, you spend a few moments glancing at the crafts of the ship's interior. It's equipped with decent survival equipment, as well as high-quality furniture, usually fit for office workspace. You spot some imperfections, though, as you easily figure out that the ship was customized by hand, and it's still noticeable that this ship was meant for something else. The ship's ventilation system, however, is still able to keep away the stench you've been previously sailing on, and you can smell a strong perfume. After assessing the situation, you look upon a well-dressed middle-aged man who, for some reason, has quite an angry facial expression. His clothing is as nice and tight as his posture. The suit he's wearing is made out of synthetic material, unlike you've ever seen before. Yep. Once he decides to address you, his mood completely shifts. Pleasure to meet you, sir. My name is Matrius Ludenhoff. Please, hand over to the tracker, and I will reward you handsomely. Here you go. He hands you over 300 Stygian coins. Perfect. He shows his chin. Actually, come to think of it, I doubt in the longevity of this device. He looks up into the ceiling and thinks for a few moments. Why not? I have another proposal for you. Alright, let's hear it. As I previously mentioned, I have a little faith in the longevity of the device you've just fixed for me. With that in mind, I want you to go to my office building on the northern side of the residential area inside Core City. Once you find the place, I want you to acquire a reserve device I have left over there. In a sudden rush when the invasion began, I didn't think it through enough, and I've managed to leave it behind my spare news tracker. He shakes his head, while slowly reaching for his well-hidden wallet. The wallet is made of an unusual synthetic material, matching his suit perfectly. From it, he pulls out a keycard. I will hand you my access card, which will allow you to enter into the building safely. The spare device is located on the storage floor, inside the main warehouse room. The room itself, from the limited knowledge I have, is locked by its own mechanism, and you'll have to figure out a way to get in there. The security system is refreshed every 2 weeks, and you will have to use a dedicated console to figure it out. Once you collect the card, return to me here, and the case will be closed. Oh! So, I already rated all the places next to our home to see what was in them off screen at one point, but I didn't get into this building because it required hacking to get in. I will mention that the faces are gone before I accept this quest. He probably knows already, but still, I will say this first, just in case. We'll give him a chance to change his mind. The faces are gone. They've accomplished their mission, and they won't be bothering us anytime soon. Without hesitation, the intimidating voice, he swiftly poses a question. They've accomplished their mission and left. What proof of this do you have? I am afraid I can't disclose that. What I've said is the truth. Just as I thought. A sense of pride can be seen on his face. He tilts his chin up slightly. Regardless, without any proof, I just can't take your word. There is so much at risk here. Fine, I'll do it. I want this case to be closed as soon as possible. I have something special in mind for your reward. He smiles. Goodbye for now. Sir, yes, okay. Let's see you soon. Okay, so we have a key card now? We do. We'll pick his pocket when we get back, just in case his reward for us is the wallet. But I wouldn't mind having that that special item. Okay, so let us. I know, viewer, this is a waste, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to use the repair kit. I can't use the repair kit. We can't use it while we're on our jet ski. It's only 6 hit points. But given that, or 18 hit points, given that we've survived combat with only like 2 hit points in the past, our jet ski is just as important. And yes, I have to do this, even though we'll be right back here. Maybe. Oh! There is one other thing I want, though. We want to sell these to Ray. Assuming that he's in the mood to purchase us today. Okay, 15. Okay, just double checking. Yes, we have a better stabilizer on our jet ski. Hey, Ray. Let's see, is he buying? Yes, he is. Okay, so he'll buy this. And he'll buy this. That's all of his money. 1,000 charons. Wonderful. We can afford probably electronic repair kit. Can I afford another plasma battery? Plasma cell? I can probably afford a few more of those. Not quite. We'll do that, though. 979 charons. Very nice. Get back the money we spent on him earlier. Although now it occurs to me we might have wanted that engine for the eventual retrieval of the wave skimmer we get from JSHQ if I want a third jet ski to ride around on. Nah, too late. Alright, so we'll walk over to the place. Guess we can talk a little bit more about random crap. So I recorded the audio for the first Valfaris, and I think it's been uploaded to my YouTube channel. I might make it visible this Saturday, which is the 27th, I think, of May, 2024. It's tricky, Valfaris. There's issues with the audio when I record it using OBS. Recording it straight, stripping the audio from the video after I get them. Okay, so hold on a second. Explain to the viewers what you're doing with Valfaris. So, Valfaris is a action platformer similar to, say, Ghouls and Ghosts, or I Want to Be the Guy. It's very difficult. You can take damage very quickly. It is a great-looking platformer, and it's very tough. I said that already. I'm repeating myself. Words are hard today, viewer. In any case, I couldn't speak while I was recording the game because it requires too much effort. Too much concentration is needed to play the game and do well in it, arguably, which I might have done. And so I'm watching the game and talking to you guys as we play the game together, similar to what I was doing with Sacrifice or a handful of other games, like I think StarCraft 2 was another game, RTSs in particular, where it was just too tough for me to play the game and speak at the same time. I had to add the speech after the fact. We are here for one thing and one thing only, by the way, I think, so I will avoid looting other things. Oh, hello. I guess I can leave a door open. That is suspicious to me, though. Oh, it was on office floor 2? I don't remember. Storage floor. Main warehouse room. Okay. Storage floor. Okay, the camera didn't activate, so I guess we're allowed to be down here. Hello. Classes entries. Uh-oh. Well, nothing activated. Nothing's hostile with us. Which I find surprising. This isn't a very secure area. Why? There's another... I see this medical locker is open. This makes me suspect there's someone else down here. Oh, there's an emergency exit. Oh, this is becoming a lot more complicated. All right, hold on. So let's go to the basement. Oh, does this... Yeah, I think this bot... Okay, we should pay attention to that. What it just did. Okay, well, actually, it's here on our log. 2 long beeps, 1 short beep, 2 long beeps. Beep, boop, beep. Boop, beep. I think this is a hint as to a code. Maybe. If it repeats the first one, we'll leave. And it did. Okay. So let's go up to office floor 1. The residential area is down below. The street layout, unfortunately, doesn't provide an interesting look. A wardrobe, quality 111 black cloth, we don't need that. I'm looking for some sort of computer terminal that we can interact with to turn on or off security. But there doesn't seem to be any on this floor. Oh, there are documents, so we should go get those. Various scattered law contract templates. No signatures have been signed. I like the cubicle walls here. Reminds me of where I work. We don't have any hacking, so we're not getting into there. Feels like you're still moving into this facility. Doesn't matter. We're not taking it. It has to be something really special for me to consider taking it from the office here. I hesitated a second seeing a jumping bean, but we can make those ourselves. From up here, the streets below can be seen in their full glory. Okay, so there's nothing. Let's get the... Well, we have it right here, Tim. Let's go back to storage. Hacking 135. Okay. Can we... Oh, hey, nice. We can see the bot from here, too, if we need to remember. Well, if we remember what beeps and boops it did. I have them on our text. Right there. Before you is a quite unusual console. Its display only shows a field for current sequence and for the inputs. The console consists of only 4 buttons labeled L, S, Submit, Sequence, and Clear. You assume that L would stand for long or large, and S would stand for short or small. Current sequence, nothing. Yep, so this is... how do I remember this? I think we were down here with Decker. Did Decker have hacking? I can't remember. But because I can't access this, by this I mean the text, I need to write it down. So let's see. I have... Sure, we can use one of my medical bills to write it down on. Let's see. Okay, so we have long, long, short, long, long, short, 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 long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Okay. Let's do it. Long, long, short, long, long. Smith sequence. Mismatch sequence. Please try. Oh, is it the whole thing? All right, so let's try this again. So, long, long, short, long, long. Short, 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 long, short. Long, short, long, short, long. Smith sequence. Sequence matched. Granting access to main storage room. Come back in 2 weeks and/or contact the console's administrator for further use. We're not even going to look at what those could be. Actually, no, we should, because I want to see what the quality is. 115. Okay, so not super late game quality components, but decent. Was it this that's now open for us? Yes, it was. Okay, we probably shouldn't. Well, the security camera saw us and didn't care. Oh, we're looking for some sort of device in here. Doesn't matter, we're not taking it. Blueprints. We already know all of them. 115, 127 for quality. Scoped 9mm Hornet and okay. Ah, this is what we're here for. Cortec PNT-2. A small handheld electronic communication device with which a name is printed on it. Martrius Loonloft. Nothing else here. I'm interested in, so we'll grab this. Am I allowed to walk out of here without combat starting? We are. I'm not allowed to lock the door. Oh, door locks automatically. Okay. Well, let's go back to reception. Can we lock the door? Good. And now we can eat some food. Recharge our shield. Alright, let's go back down and give the gentleman his device. Then we'll pick his pocket. We'll come back up here to put the bag with my special loot, and then we'll head back over to let Captain Grimm know that we completed the raid. And I guess we're done with this episode. It feels like we've been playing for about an hour already. I'm amazed at how fast time goes by. And next episode, we'll probably go over to the JSHQ, unless Grimm has another more important task for us to complete. I guess now that I think about it, Pirates have been here a while without being able to access those NFT facilities. So and they're not in a rush to get them opened, because we have the only way to get them opened. I'm thinking we will leave the Aegis Incorporated radio in our house as well. I don't need it to navigate, and I don't need to contact them either. I still remember an age ago when I was using Garrett that I had snuck out of the JSHQ, and there was a large amount of savages, Sombrian, waiting outside, and you were unable to sneak past them because the radio would go off and immediately de-stealth you. Now, I don't have stealth, so that's not a concern. But I don't... Oh, I went the wrong way. We don't need it, and I'm finding it annoying to hear whenever they're under attack and how they successfully defended against it, so... Hey, Mr. Ludloff. Let's save the game. A troubled man stands before you. His hopeless eyes stare at you, seeking a favorable answer. His posture displays a drained person as he stands in the middle of the room, which has at this point started to receive the smell from the outside swimming trash. Despite all this, he musters some strength to speak to address you politely. Glad to have you back, sir. Have you managed to retrieve the device? Here you go. A very favorable verdict deserves a matching reward, he smiles. I'll let you keep the keys to the building as you seem trustworthy enough. At this point, you wouldn't even believe me as to who has access to that place. In addition, I'll give you a few special items I'm confident you can make good use of. He reaches into his well-hidden wallet and pulls out a ring and some cigarettes. I don't smoke. We have a cigar, but I wouldn't say no to taking one, because smoking in this game doesn't do anything negative to you, as far as I'm aware, and it's a very expensive, consumable food to acquire. I think it improves your psi regeneration slightly. Thank you, sir. He hands you over the goods and takes back his device. In doing so, you can see his faith restored. He doesn't waste a second to start up the device. As it's booting up, he addresses you once more. Impressive job. To say that I expected this to happen would be the greatest lie I could ever come up with. Now I must bide my time and consider the situation carefully. He looks you in the eyes and smirks. Safe travels. Nod and leave. But not before we probably get in trouble, because we're going to loot that special wallet from him, assuming I'm able to do so. I don't know what his detection is. Oh, we can take back the PNT too. Oh, he also has 2 Hyper Cerebrics, and I'm not allowed to take his wallet off of him. Well, I'm going to take... Wait, he has another cigar and gold ring. Interesting. Well, there we go. We'll take all that stuff. By that stuff, I mean the 2 Hyper Cerebrics and another cigar. And take care, sir. Darn it, I really wanted the pouch. But I'm not willing to throw Core City into a civil war to do it, so... Actually, Civil War? I'm not going to show Core City the power of the Invictus by stealing that stuff and angering Praetorian security. Oh. I want to charge this also before we leave, so let's do this. Yes, we have to shut the gate. We must shut the gate. And that one. We don't live in a barn. Shut all the doors. Did you know there's an option in Underrail to automatically open doors since we don't have to click on them? That's amazing. Now, if only there could be an opposite of that, where you shut the doors automatically behind you upon entering. That would be impressive. I would immediately put that on. The only one in well, there is some strategic merit to shutting doors behind you, depending upon the area you're in. But I think I'm probably the only person who plays Underrail who doesn't accelerate the speed of the game since it was added, who doesn't use any hacks to accelerate the speed of my movement, and who shuts all the doors behind me, or most of them, when I enter a building to go shopping, for example, and so on. There's got to be other like-minded people out there, but they're probably not recording the game. It's all because... all because of those original Sierra games from an age ago. You know, I was playing and thought of recording the Space Quest series. I never, ever finished it. So I never recorded it for my channel. So what I'm referring to is when I was young. A young, very young lad back in the 80s. One of the first games I had played back then. In fact, the first PC game I had ever played. Well, the first PC game I played was a weird game that had ninjas in it that I can't remember what it was called. But the second game I had played was Space Quest 3. Followed by Heroes Quest 1. And I really like Space Quest 3. I have fond memories of the game. And when 1 and 2 were acquired by my father, I played those as well. 1 was rather disappointing to my recollection. 2 was a lot funner, if I recall correctly. Okay, hold on. What are we doing? So we are getting some food. In any case, we played a little bit of 4, but not very much. We only had the demo. And by demo I mean we had the freeware? We had a version of the game that would only let us get a certain distance, and then we needed the copy protection to get further. And that we did not purchase the game, so we didn't get any further. I guess we'll take a cigar. Use a cigar with us. Let's see. What else do you want to bring with you? We're going to JSHQ next. Stuffed bat. One of these and a pentapus. We have 3 juice left. That's enough juice for us. Actually, we can... So, we should go to the merchant district and store some stuff there really quick. Head back and talk with Grim. Yeah, so I played through the first Heroes Quest a few weeks ago. I might have even mentioned it here during Underrail. I can't remember. And it was as I remembered it. Which is to say, very frustrating. Very frustrating. And it has been so long since I played it, I didn't remember too much about it other than the awful gambling section. You have to play this, what are they called now? Slot machine. There we go. And you have to win at it repeatedly, quite a few times, in order to get the money you need to acquire a ship to get off this one planet. And it is very frustrating to indeed attempt that. I think in the VGA remake of the game, or yes, right, remake? Reimagining? Redo? Space Quest 1 was made with EGA graphics. I'm going to use that term, even though that might not be correct. An age ago, and then was remade with VGA, similar to, I think, Quest for Glory 1, which they did the same. I prefer the EGA, because it was how I first encountered the game an age ago. But they had a chance to fix a few things in the VGA, one of which, if I recall correctly, was a special device you could put on the back of the slot machine in order to make it always give you a positive result. But that wasn't the case in the EGA version. They also removed Madonna as one of the singers that shows up in the cantina in Space Quest 1. She's no longer present. I remember that you could type in, like, look at singer, and it would say her voice is almost as bad as her music, or something to that effect. I remember, like, wow! The designers really didn't like her, I guess. But she's gone. I guess they had a chance to redact or retract their statement to decide to take it. Cowards! Alright, let's go to Dude's Home first. They kept in ZZ Top and the Blues Brothers, in addition to the all-green alien band that does these... Oh, I forget the name of the song now. I think it's a surfer song of some sort. Oh, what's it called now? I can't remember. A surfer song is the wrong way to describe it, but it was a song I think that played for Summer Games on the Commodore 64. Good God. All these old games are flooding my memory. Okay, we're going now to the Pirate Bay. I have yet to stress test the new computer. The only thing I played for 30 minutes or so was a game called The Ascent, which is a gorgeous game. Once again, I use that phrase, but even though I do think games, even like Underrail, have their own unique beauty to them. But it's a very intense... a lot of the graphics seem as if they would require an intense amount of GPU power and or processing power to play. I can play The Ascent on this computer, but I have to play it with a few things turned down. So I played it over there for 30 minutes so I can get to the main city part where there's a whole lot happening, and it's amazing. It looks phenomenal. Yeah, it's really good. Graphically. Gameplay, I like The Ascent. I actually got to the very, 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 very end of it and hated the final boss area. very, 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 very much. It seems better balanced for multiplayers, a co-op experience, rather than a single player going through the game. But I wanted something that I could stress my computer to see how it handles it. I need to make sure that it just doesn't crash, I need to make sure the temperature is correct and so on, so I want something a little more graphically intensive to test it. Tonight or this weekend, I'll put it through the paces and see how well it handles that stuff. In fact, RMA apart, sorry. This will be I want to do it as soon as possible, since everything's under warranty for another month. Ah, you're back. Excellent work out there, Tim. The ferry you raided was loaded with coins and various other goods. It appears that these merchants were headed for Camp Hawthorne to purchase large amounts of fresh meat and mushrooms, judging by the containers they carried. They should have accepted their losses instead of losing their heads. Your fellow mates were by no means deucing themselves. One group managed to capture a ferry from Core City that was also headed for Hawthorne to purchase live animals for the arena, and another seized a medium-sized cargo boat headed further south. All in all, the breakout raids were a complete success. Yes, they were. And after every raid, there comes a time to split the loot. See Donnie about your share. You have lots of interesting things in your cabin, Captain. Just the things I've collected over the years. Oh, hey, we can actually ask him about some of this stuff now. Well, it's about two things at the moment. The laptop. It's an old BCAF 7LTW, made specifically for the Biocorp military. It's 20 years old at least, and it's waterproof if I'm not mistaken. It's a machine I've had with me for many years. It's a trustworthy tool that is more difficult to replace than one would initially assume. What is that thing? Point at the thin, uncanny sculpture. That looks very much like it belongs in the world of Xenozek. Whew, my goodness. There's a game I could record. That would also be another, what I'm going to start calling graphically intensive game. But I forget the name of it. Xenozek is the... Oh, what's it called? Why can't I ever think of the name of it now? One second, viewer. This is important enough. I need to go... It's the Clash series. It's called Clash Artifacts of Chaos. And it looks like, that looks like one of the figures that had attacked us. We played through the game on our channel. I'm sorry, not that game. We played a different game, Xenoclash, on our channel a long time ago. I think I recorded it twice. And there's a section of it where you're near the, quote, end of the world. And there's this golem creature that you meet. And this looks like one of the statues that was trying to stop you from interacting with him. Alright, so what is that thing? That, he half smiles. It came from a merchant ship raided a year or so ago. It's unsullied in nature. Maybe you want to keep it. I found that when I'm in certain moods. It stimulates my thought processes in interesting way. Never understood exactly why. It simply does. And that map on the desk, it's a map of the Black Sea, right? Yes, it is. It is incomplete, of course, as there are limits to how far we can explore. But it has been getting more detailed as of late. Don't you agree? Something else, Captain. Yes? Alright, nothing else at the moment, Captain. Take care. Alright, nice. Hey, we're getting along with him. We can actually talk about some of the stuff in his cabin now. Let's talk with Donnie while we're here and see how many coins we get. He's over here. Besides, this is towards where our vessel is, and a good spot to stop. Oh, will Cruiser speak with us now? Or do we still have to prove ourselves a little more? You know dry fit no more, banger. Let's talk. A few questions for you, Cruiser. You don't get to ask anything yet. You get to listen. See this? He points to his bandana. This used to represent me crew, the spectral grinners. It glows in the dark, you see, the teeth on the bandana. Phosphorescent fibers. They'd first hear our jets, then they'd see the glowing grin shooting through the air. And you'd hear, panic-stricken, "Sit the grinners! The sailors told stories of how merely glancing at the grin would bring death. Made their jobs much easier. For the jetters, the crew was the biggest pirate crew in the South. In the whole South. Now there's no crew but the grim jetters." Admirable. You betcha. The point is that you're becoming a kind of hotshot banger around here. The captain's starting to like you. You might even get to become his lieutenant even, just like me and Razor. I'm good at what I do. You're proving your worth, banger. I just wanted to remind you that you ain't the only banger worth his salt. In fact, plenty of the old crew's still around, and other crews that sail the waterways under their own banners. Now we're all jetters. Grim jetters. You respect the crew, and the crew respect ye. But if you don't, you're going to be sent under. That's all there is to it. So how did your crew join the jetters, Cruiser? The captain had been united to crews for some time, and the jetters grew large. He managed to do that by picking off Underrail United Station ships, something small crews couldn't pull off. And the loot's jetting. It was a matter of time before me grinners and the jetters aimed their sights at the same target, a cargo boat heading for Isaac's River. We got to the ship first, while it was still in Dreadpool. No cans aboard, but they had a couple turrets that were giving us trouble. Bots got no fear. We went and circled around the ship trying to find an opportunity to check an MP in there, but the turrets kept at us bay. Yeah, I know what you're I know. I'm all about that sort of thing, Cruiser. Then it entered Isaac's River, and we ran out of room to maneuver in the spacious Dreadpool. But then the jetters came from the south, went through the meatway, and charged the ship head first. The turrets were aiming back at us. By the time they turned around, two groups of jetters flew past the ship, one on each side, and chucked EMPs in. Popped the turrets like nothing. Now, whose loot was it? Both crews worked to take down the turrets, so the loot should have been split. Pirates, see, they seem to have this type of honor. Makes the most sense. How do you share the loot? That's always the problem, ain't it? Ain't it? 50-50? For a couple EMPs, that ain't worth 50, even if it did make the difference. Not only that, but we've, the grinners, we've been getting a lot of less loot since the jetters started taking over. We weren't gonna give in, but neither would they, especially not with Razor being the one doing the negotiating. And then Captain Grimm arrived on his jet. Didn't look much different than them Union pansies we got tied up on the ship. Them bastards didn't understand nothing. where they come from. The issues are solved on suit meetings, taking the time and having a nice cold brew. Down here, as you know it, Banger, is a matter of life and death. We put more on the line, and we weren't going to give them half our loot. And we didn't. We got it all. The captain just gave it all to us. Is he stupid? Maybe it's a trick, I thought. What's the deal with this, Banger? But then he said, I'm not giving the loot away. I'm hiring ye to become part of me crew. In the same sentence, he claimed all the loot and hired me with it. It struck me hours later that's what he actually did. But by that time, me and him already had struck a deal. He earned me respect. He told us about his tactics and plans, about all the loot, and I wanted a slice of that. The Spectral Grinners became a part of the Grim Jetters, and it turned out it was a good call. And you became one of Captain Grimm's lieutenants. Sure have, Banger. I maintain order, and I make sure the captain's word is known and followed. Someone causing trouble, they see me, and then not even the captain himself can help him. While I'm order to some, I'm chaos to others, and my methods hardly differ. He stretches his neck. Well, Banger, that's enough chatting. See ya, Cruz. He nods and turns away. All right, not bad. Glad we didn't push the... I'm glad we didn't attempt to continue to speak with him or cause trouble with Cruz earlier. We're getting along with all the pirates, which is good. And as the Invictus, I suppose if one does try to push us around, we will stand up for ourselves and stab them. Hey, Donnie, I need stuff. Actually, we don't need stuff. What I need is coins. Did we see how much we got? 300. That's not so bad. I'm curious what was on all those jet skis, but alas, I wasn't going to pluck any of them for fear of it being part of the loot that the pirates wanted. Alright guys, so we'll stop here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one, which will probably, unless I discover after I'm done video editing in post that the file size is too large, it will be a much more high resolution video. See you guys then. Take care, everyone.